Well, hi, I'm Matt Fox, and you may recognize me from my public television show, Around the House with Matt and Sherry. Now, with energy costs on the rise over the last several years, people have never cared more about cutting the amount they spend on heating and cooling bills. Now, one way to do that is by adding insulation. Now, insulation is about a lot more than just shrinking your heating and cooling bills. Well, believe it or not, the biggest reason that people add insulation is to make their home more comfortable. Now, for example, is the upstairs of your house a lot warmer in the summertime than the downstairs? Or do you find yourself turning your thermostat down to save money in the winter and then throwing on a sweater or a jacket to stay warm? Now, those are some of the typical signs of a poorly insulated house. Now, if you knew that you were leaking energy through your exterior walls, would you want to fix it? Well, of course you would. Let's go over to the shop and I'll show you exactly what I'm referring to. Well, this is a cutaway that's going to help me demonstrate about that leak that I was telling you about earlier. This is a typical constructed home. This is what your home would look like if you had a cutaway section of it. You have wooden studs, of course, and then the pink stuff in between that is insulating these cavities. But here's where that leak is occurring. Now, you spend a lot of money to heat the inside of your home to a nice toasty 70 degrees. But what's happening is that warm air wants to escape through the walls to the outside cooler air, and what's happening there is called thermal bridging. The building scientists have come up with that. You've created a bridge through the wall to the outside because of these wooden studs. They're not insulated. It just makes perfect sense. Now, here's some technical talk for you. We all hear the buzzword R value. Well, what does that mean? Well, it's an agreed upon measurement that measures the resistance of insulation to heat flow or heat loss through this insulation. Now, this pink stuff here between the cavities has an R value of about 19, which is really good. But what happens is these wooden studs actually knock that insulation value down. The R value becomes a 12.5. That's almost a 35% loss in insulation R value. So these studs are actually causing you money. Well, if I had a solution for you to break that thermal bridging, would you be interested? Of course you would, because it's going to save you some money. Here's the solution. If you're thinking about residing your home, you really should be thinking about this product. This is insulated siding with full back technology. And what that means is you have a rigid foam backing that's adhered to your vinyl siding. And what that's creating is actually that's a blanket for the whole outside of your house. So these studs are now insulated, which is actually breaking that thermal barrier, which is saving you money.